What's up, Golden Gang? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a fantastic day. Thank you for you guys stopping by, joining in this video. Got some exciting news, some exciting news. We turned up because we just accomplished a small but big goal for a first video, But I wanted to say thank you guys for all the supporters, for everybody. Even though it was just 10 likes, but there was a couple people that dipped in and out of the views and everything like that. I want to appreciate them too, because, without you guys, nothing is possible. Without people, nothing is possible. So, and like I said, I'm gonna be on my word. I'm gonna be on my word. I'm gonna tell you guys how to make that demigod. You feel me? Got everything already set up, situated, and everything. Go ahead. We're gonna start this up. All right, but I just want to do this video. Thank you. Always subscribe, like, comment, share this joint. Let people know, how to make this demigod. Hopefully, they allow you to make it the next gen. Mike, please don't. I hope that I showed it. I didn't want to show it because I didn't want a dev seeing this. I mean, I'm not nobody, but I just didn't want this joint, to go and start trending and everybody start to make it. And then, it starts to get all a little hectic and stuff like that. Please don't touch this build, please. I'm going to make this joint next video, okay? Other than that, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it.
Shorty with the IKEA handbag, she humble with it, and she knows she bad. I'm trying to figure out where her head at.
As far as the physics pie chart, I'm not gonna press B because I don't feel like putting all these back up. I don't want to go do. Nah. But as far as the physics pie chart, the one I can tell you that I'm using is the vertical. So I'm using the vertical speed acceleration pie chart. Forget strength, because strength, I don't know. Strength doesn't change for me, but yeah, I'm using the vertical pie chart, and this is the points that I put into. So I wasn't really focused on shooting this year, just because when it first dropped before the patch, it was a little iffy. But I did, just max them out because just in case 2K started getting a little better in the shooting, I went with it, but I didn't really kirk off. As you can see, these are the default height, default stats. So this is at the point guard. This is all default. This is 6'3", I think. Yeah. So it looked good now, right? It looked awesome actually. And I will recommend you guys not to make a 6'3" one. But mine is a 6'8". The reason of that being is, and I went with built. Normally everybody go Burley, but you can go built. I went with built. I went to 6'8", and y'all probably like,
this guy's ugly,
But no, these stats are ugly right now. Like I said in the previous video, this is going to take grind. This is going to take some sacrificing. This is going to be taking, it's temporary sacrifice. This is not no long-term sacrifice. But yeah, to have it at 6'8", I would suggest going 6'7", and I'm gonna tell y'all that when it's time to pick your takeover. But 6'7" would be the best one. It'd be a little more effective just as far as the playmaking area. But I went with 6'8" just because I like grabbing rebounds. I like not so much driving, but I like to drive when need be. But I just like to be tall. I like to be tall. I used to stay being 6'3", 6'4", range, 6'5" range, and I just don't like it no more. So I was psyched when they had this over point guard height thing. But yeah, so I'm 6'8". As you can see, all the stats that was at 6'3", they took a big hit. But I was like, my bulk show is still in the 70s, even though it ain't like last year where you get the 70 unlock stuff. But I was like, shoot, that's not as bad. And I'll tell you why at the end. But I just look into, as a monster right now because the stats look iffy. But remember, no one is playing with these stats. These stats aren't permanent. Everybody's going to play with a 99 stat. Like, you want to get to the 99 stat. So when you had the 99 and everything like that, everything is going to start getting pushed up. As of right now, they look doo-doo. They look hideous. But, I went with no weight because, it's a little iffy. And this year, I'm glad they did it this year, which is cool, is when you lose your weight, you get driving and layup. It's a little fake, but I like it. And your lateral and stuff goes up. So, your driving goes up crazy. At least one, not that bad. But this is the part where it starts to get funner. Is I was like, should I go with the minimum wingspan? Nah, max that out. We maxing that out because I wanted to be like a threat as the one. Like I wanted to be had those cheese guards to play shots to be like,
dang, bro, you gonna have to switch, bro. You gonna have to switch, bro.
Like I wanted somebody to do that, even though I'm taking a hit and shooting. I don't care about shooting. My shooting is not for the now; it's for the later, And then depending on who you play with. So I maxed it out, and then I got a 70. I lost that one. I'm glad it was just one. If it hit the 60s or whatever, I wouldn't have made this joint. But yeah. So I went maxed out wingspan. Look at that. I get an 81 driving dunk for being skinny and long arms. 2K, do not patch this right now, please. Just leave it. Just let it be. Just let it be. So I went lowest weight and then I went max arms. It's crazy. My finishing just went up dramatically. Likes that. Shooting, I took a hit on shooting. I really didn't care because shooting was inconsistent. But yeah, I took a little hit, small hit on playmaking. Not really tripping. I didn't lose that much. And then my defense went up crazy. So I made my steals like that for a reason, because I noticed steals are like very inconsistent. So when I seen people with 90 steals and they don't get the ball like that. So I didn't kirk off on putting the 80, 90 something steal, which I could have, but I was like, nope. I get way more blocks and you get way more rebounds, more so in this game than a steal. So I was like, yeah, let me go with that. So when I went with that, it was crazy. It was crazy. Now, this is the part where I was saying, hold on, wait, there's more. These takeovers, they look doo-doo. It's like, dang, well, bro, they're not going to help anything. So how I use my takeovers is for my third attribute, for my third, pie chart or whatever, ability. I use the playmaking to cater which one I'm lacking in. So I was lacking in playmaking, right? I was lacking in shooting for real. But when you lack too much in shooting, you're not going to get a takeover for shooting. So the other thing that I was lacking in was playmaking. So a lot of people would tend to go with slashing just because you like, dang, bro, I want those contact dunks or whatever. Check this out. My slashing ended up at an 81. I think that is max. That is max of 85. I think 85 or 95. I don't know. It's maxed at 81. So why would, once something hits at 80, I think that's the point where it's nice. It's good. You don't really need assistance in something that's at 80. So my defense in the 80s, I don't really need assistance for my defense. I mean, unless you want to be OP and crazy, go ahead, throw that on. If you want to be OP and crazy, go ahead, throw that slash on. But how I was looking at it is I want to have assistant in my third one that needs help, which is my playmaking. My playmaking was 70s in the 70s. So I just went with playmaking. And the reason that is, if you guys play this game well enough, you know that you get a boost when your takeover is activated, right? So when your takeover is activated, you get a boost in certain areas catered to that takeover. So when my playmaker is activated, I did my research. I don't have the clips, so I can't show you the pictures of it. But just trust me on this. When you go to a My Career game and you have your takeover, pause it and go to the box score and go to your name and look at your attribute points, or your attributes, not points. And you'll see it have a green arrow, and you'll see what's it's boosting up. Some of y'all do know that, some people don't. I'm just letting the ones that don't know. But when you do that, my playmaking, like my ball control went up to 81. So it was a 71 and it went up 10, 81. And when I reached 99, it would be, I'm mad. The reason I say 6'7" is because you'll be able to have an 85, 86 ball control, which is needed to start doing those different dribble animations. But since when you go 6'8", you lose that by 1. So when I reached 99, my ball control would be at an 84. I know. 6'8" with an 84 ball control is still nice. I still know how to work with it. Regardless, all I need is an 80 ball control and up, or 70 and up, and I can know how to do it. But on the other side of it, which was very low key, is my driving dunk gets a +5. Y'all probably knew that, but driving dunks gets a +5 with a playmaking takeover. So at 98, your boy will unlock contact dunks. I think 98, because it's an 81 right now, right? And then when you not the takeover gives you a +5, it gives you a temporary contact dunk, or you don't, if you don't have it unlocked, you'll be able to just dunk around people more effectively, because it'll be like what, a 80, 85, 84, or 86 with the boost. And then when I reach 99, I will have a permanent, temporary but permanent 84, 85. So I'll be able to unlock the contact animations. And when I get my takeover, I have a boost. So my dunks would probably drop. Dunks probably go almost to a 90. Takeover plus 99. Oh my God. With a 6'8" rebounded point. I was like, forget shooting. This build is solid on defense. This build can dribble the ball, can bring the ball up. I had the badges to protect me for the penalty and my low ball control. The shooting, I had 5 badges, and I put those 5 badges, I'm gonna show you in a minute, but I put those 5 badges in areas that's gonna help my shooting attributes. And my dunking, 8 badges is dope for, to have a 80 with boost, with 99, 90 something driving dunk. 8 badges. I really didn't need to max out. That's only if you wanted to be OP in that area, and I didn't. I wanted to be OP almost all areas except for shooting. But shooting, you can still do some things with the shooting. So that takeover fitted each category almost perfect, because I think I get my middies go up by 5 too. I think my threes go up by 5 too. So my middies going to be in the low 70s, and my three is going to be in the mid 60s with that takeover. So them 5 shooting badges definitely going to help, and I'm going to show y'all. So how I got it on my actual character, that's the 97 overall, is I had put my contact finisher on gold, just because I wanted those the dunk around 7-footers and all that stuff. I just wanted to dunk around them and make sure I had the control of the ball, because since my driving was in the 80s, it sometimes can pop out. It still pop out now, but it's not as often. I went with Silver Relentless, just because by the time I come up with the ball, if sometimes I'm running point, I come up with the ball, I lose a lot of stamina, and I want besides putting on handle for days, I'm gonna go over that, but I wanted to finish stool effectively, and silver definitely helps. I don't have to go that high on that. As far as the third silver gold, you guys might be rotating around a couple other ones: fancy footwork, consistent finisher, giant slayer, or slithery finisher. I've been switching between those, and sometimes might be acrobat, but or Lob City finisher, one of them. But I just stuck with slithery, just because of last year, the effects it had and things like that. So I just stuck with that. So you can slide past people when you're going to do things. All right, so as far as shooting, I went with gold catch and shoot, just because I overanalyzed the more in detailed info. Like, for a short time after receiving a pass, the receiver outside shooting attributes get a significant boost. And that, looking at all of those badges compared to catch and shoot was the only one that said your shooting attributes get a boost. Your shooting attributes, which is my 60 and my 70 and probably my post fades, all that. I don't know. Or my fadeaway. I don't know. But shooting attributes, like, I looked through all the other ones, they don't say shooting attributes get a boost. They just say a boost. They don't specify which area it affects. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but yeah, it says shooting attributes is the only one in catch and shoot. So I maxed that out because I wanted the boost in my shooting attributes. I don't know how much it does. Mike Wayne, definitely let me know. But I don't know how much it does, but it just says shooting attributes. I was like, oh, let me go crazy on that. And the last two that I play around with was flexible release, just because when your shot is that low, you want to remain your boost from the catch and shoot. You want to remain that boost. So I thought flexible helped in that area. It did sometimes on and off because it was bronze. So I was like, let me just go with corner specialist, because with that catch and shoot and then my mid range of 3 points, taking a boost or maintaining that boost in the corner from catch and shoot, it just made sense to put those two together, especially when you have like low shooting. In my opinion, if you have a 80 something and up shooting, I don't think corner specialist Well, I don't think catch and shoot should be this high. I don't think corner specialist. I think corner specialist should remain silver. I don't think it should be Hall of Fame or catch and shoot Hall of Fame, because you already have, you don't, your attributes are already good. What, you want a 99? What is that? I mean, what's the difference from a 99 to 85? It's probably, well, not 95, not a 85. I mean, a 99 to a 90. Like, it's really no difference if catch and shoot works like that. I don't know if catch and shoot works like that, but if it does. But as far as this build, I just went with more of a catch and shoot type of guy, and like catch and shooting corners, just so that way, you know, I can get a boost in my little 60, 70 middies and all that stuff. And I don't have footage or clips, but I do have clips, but I didn't post anything. Okay, but I can green middies and threes. Mike, please, I'm sorry, please don't hurt the build, bro. But I can green threes, corner threes, and middies off of catch and shoot. Sometimes I can green, you know, a corner three by myself without an assist of catch and shoot. But I always rather rely on my people passing me the ball, and I just pop that thing. But I can green. I do have a little bit of green films, me facing people up and things like that. So I couldn't space the floor when it's needed. Like, I can space the floor when it's needed, but I always prefer to pass, play defense, or just slash on people. As y'all can see, my last highlights, like, it slashes like a pure slasher. So yeah. As far as playmaking, I don't really want to get too far deep in that. I just wanted to let you guys know that the build can shoot. So don't complain about it. It's a slow build, slow but good build. Like, you have to really grind it out in the beginning, and then probably when it reach 95 and up, you'll like it a little more, especially when you got your badges all maxed out, or at least them couple Hall of Fames. But real quick, most of y'all probably looking like, wait, where's your floor general? Where's your handle for days? So with your handle for days floor general, you can play around with your needle threaded, you can play around with your bailout, you can play around with downhill, but if you don't have your takeover at least a little bit high or whatever, your character can move a little slow on the up and down the court. So you can play around with needle threaded, bailout, downhill, and space creator. I would say keep quick first step, dimer, and tight handles and unpluggables the same if you want floor general handle for days. But you're really not going to be doing a lot of handle dribbles. For real, you can do like 2 moves and you'll be gone past whoever you're checking. Besides, you know, defenders, they can still mess you up, but that's how it's supposed to be. So the build is demi, but it's not demi towards defenders. It can be if you play with it with a little more skill. Ankle breaker, you can play around with that one too. I'm gonna wait till the patch come out. It probably already did, but I don't feel no difference, so I'm gonna play around with that depending on what 2K does with the game. As far as defensive badges, other than that, I wouldn't put it in nothing else unless you're playing 1v1 stage, post move lockdown, of course. Heart Crusher, I heard is a lot of OP, but it seemed like they're gonna mess around with it, so I wouldn't. If anything, I'll just take this down to bronze, pick Dodge to the bronze, and tie this to silver and put it in a Heart Crusher gold or whatever if you want to cheese it up, you know. But other than that, the build, this is pretty much the setup for it and pretty much the attribute setup for it. The badge number for it and everything. Yeah, like always, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. I said subscribe, you know, see what this video can do, see if we can blow this joint up, make it viral, see if we can help people, you know, not make the same play shot, like everyone's running play shot and things like that. You know, see if I can help some people, you know, have fun at the game and not just be like everyone else making the same build and same meta just to win a game. Like, I win multiple games with this build, and a lot of people hit me up. I got a lot of messages talking about, yo, what the fuck is this build? You know, that build sucks, all that stuff. You're gonna get some nasty comments, but it's cool, you know. But always, like always, go gang. Appreciate y'all stepping in, you know, coming in here watching this. If you're not a part of Go Gang yet, go ahead. The only thing you got to do to be a part is like, subscribe, like all the accounts, my stream, all that stuff, and you know you're a part of Go Gang, Discord, Go Gang, you know. But yeah, thank you guys, appreciate it. We're gonna crush some more goals too. I don't really know what the next goal gonna be, but I definitely keep people postponing on Twitter and also Discord.